Welcome back to the Rochester Press Box, presented by the Genesee Brewhouse, and this portion is brought to you by Connors and Ferris. We talk Buffalo Bills are going to be in town this week.
Yep.
The McCoy thing. Is this what's going to happen?
You know, a very bizarre thing has been happening on social media because, you know, it's an accusation, and it's really not even a real accusation. He's not facing any charges yet. Initially, he was guilty of what happened, and everybody agreed that he probably had something to do with it. Then a story came out where his girlfriend wasn't now sure if he would have been a part of it. So then all of a sudden, it went completely the opposite way. Well, this shows that he's vindicated. It doesn't. Like, there is no solid, concrete evidence either way as to whether or not he participated in this horrible, horrible thing that happened.
This is strange.
But I don't know why all of a sudden everyone has decided this is going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. Listen, you have a guy coming to training camp that may have been a part of something heinous, right? And it's very hard for me as a football fan, especially with two daughters, for me to go out there. I have my Bill season tickets, right? I've been thinking about this for the last 2 weeks. It's possible that we find out information during training camp, during the season, or the NFL conducts an investigation and they find something where, what am I going to do? Not cheer when LeSean McCoy breaks off a run knowing that this is hanging over my head? I mean, I'm paying money to support this guy. I was a fan of this guy. I still am. He's not guilty. It's very confusing. I don't know what to do.
You root for the cloth. I mean, right? Everyone always says they embrace these guys.
But he's wearing that cloth. Like, this is the first time with an active player and the Buffalo Bills that I'm at a crossroads of, like, okay, as a father, I should be doing this. As a husband, I should be thinking this. As a Bills fan, I feel disloyal. I don't know what to do, Bill.
And they're all just accusations.
Well, and that's the thing. I don't think we know.
Not even
yet.
accusations.
We don't know where this is going. My fear is we're going to find out more, and it won't be good. This doesn't look good on the surface right now anyway. And if I was a betting man, I'm really nervous about McCoy even being in uniform for week 1. I'm not sure. It's too early to say, I know, but based on the optics of how this is playing out and knowing how hard the NFL is coming down on anybody who's even accused of these kind of things, I wonder if McCoy will even be on the field week 1.
Can we really expect McCoy to play well with all this weighing over him for the season? And if so, looking at it just from a strategical point, do you pull him out of the lineup and move forward from there?
Or playing at all. I mean, Mike Catalano usually sits in the seat, was on the radio this week, your station, and he made the comment that if this stuff kind of goes the way it's headed and McCoy is in jeopardy, he thinks the Bills might cut him.
They might be forced to, right?
Oh,
the personal conduct policy, will they even have a choice?
All right, well, I mean, I think if they were going to do it based on principle, they would have done it by now. You have to look at it this way, and if we take the accusations out and look at cold, hard football, based on what McCoy's going to make at the end of, or for next season, it's one of those Doug Whaley specials. Everything was backloaded. So this is probably your last season with McCoy in a Bills uniform anyway. Then you look at the expectations of the team. Is this team in a position to compete for anything? If no, is the PR black eye that could last a decade? The Ravens are still dealing with the fallout of what happened with Ray Rice and Ray Lewis. Is it worth putting him in a uniform if there's still a cloud over his head when you're going to have a season that isn't going to be successful based on what you have?
And the Kim Pegula dynamic.
Right. And if you want to go strictly on a football standpoint, okay, take everything else out, and football standpoint, without McCoy, this team is going nowhere. It may not be going anywhere with him anyway, but without McCoy, 3-4 wins. I mean, he means that much to that offense.
Then you can get that franchise quarterback you need next year.
Again.
This is the Rochester Press Box presented by the Genesee Brewhouse. Thanks to Connors and Ferris. We'll be back.